Superman's greatest fear is that someone will die on his watch, that he will be unable to save everyone. So what would Superman do in a world entirely built upon his own nightmares? The DC Universe is dealing with the villain Insomnia right now. In his search for the Nightmare Stone, he has put everyone to sleep. He is making them suffer their worst nightmares, hoping to find the Nightmare Stone, but Superman's a little different. Insomnia wants Superman to join him. This is Comicstorian. I take comic books, turn them into audio drama so that you know what to add to your collection. And today we're going to be covering Night Terrors, Superman issue number 1. It all started when Superman got a call to meet at the Hall of Justice. Dr. Destiny's body was found deep inside, and Deadman warned them that there was a deadly nightmare construct manifesting itself in the real world. Wonder Woman was going to research any magical connections with Zatanna and Justice League Dark, while Batman and Deadman were going over to Arkham Tower. Superman went off to go to Supercorp to run some tests to see if anything unusual was going on with the barriers between the worlds of the dreams and the reality. But as Superman went to check in on Mercy, that's when the nightmare wave hit. Next time Superman opened up his eyes, he was back at the Daily Planet, sleeping at his typewriter. Lois told him to wake up, to finish his story before Perry comes in. But why is he here? Wasn't he just outside? Perry comes to his office stating that there's nothing to fret. No one is going to need to tell another story ever again. Superman is confused. What do you mean, Perry? And Perry hands him the newspaper as he reads the headline, "Whole World Saved Forever." Superman then asks, how is this possible? And a voice tells him, because you finally listened and worked with me. Lex Luthor walks into the office. We worked together and the world followed. They saw that we could help everyone, and now they're all safe. Superman looks around. No, none of this is real. It's not Mongol's Black Mercy. This is different. Dr. Destiny was dead in the Hall of Justice. Dreams. I'm having a dream. Perry snaps his fingers. I was hoping that we'd have more time before you figured it all out. At that moment, a giant tsunami begins to loom over Metropolis as Superman gets ready to change and save the city. But as he goes to change, all he finds is a carved S into his chest, his own muscle and bone exposed. Everyone then begins to turn to water, and Lois tells him, "You can't save us all." Superman holds her as she washes away, telling himself over and over, "It's just a dream. It's just a dream." Perry then tells him, "Actually, it's a nightmare, but you can wake up." Perry tears away at his face, and Insomnia's head replaces it. "Just tell me where the Nightmare Stone is." Superman grabs him. "What have you done? If this is just a dream, why are you getting so emotional?" Superman tightens his grip. "I'm not worried about myself. Are my friends and family also trapped in this nightmare?" Insomnia pushes him out of the window. "Let's find out!" Superman is flung through different time periods of Metropolis while being attacked, and he crash lands in one as he gets up. "I don't know where this Nightmare Stone even is, let alone what it is. Now tell me if..." He then looks around and sees himself standing on a mountain of skulls. "Wait, where am I?" At that moment, another voice tells him that he is at the end of time, that this is the true reason that he is the man of tomorrow, because in the future, he is the last man standing. You will outlive everyone that you have ever known, you have ever loved, and you will forget them. A skeletal Reaper wearing the S begins to descend down, swinging at him with his scythe. And Superman asks, "Is this another form to try and scare me?" The Reaper tells him, "No, I am you, created by your nightmares. I am what you have kept hidden behind the smiles and the values. I am the man of screams. Hardly the first time someone has tried to use my fears against me." And the Reaper looks at him. "Then let's go deeper into your nightmare and see what we find then." Superman blinks, and he is brought back to just before Krypton exploded. The Reaper tells him to witness the escape. Look at his younger self, totally innocent of his true role in the universe. He is not the adopted world savior. He was the bullet, fired in the Earth's direction. The Reaper then brings the scythe above his head, cleaving the world into two bloody halves. You never escaped Krypton. It followed you. Your future only has two paths, devastation or solitude. No matter what, in the end, you will be alone. Superman struggles with the Reaper form of himself, and as it fades away, the voice calls out to him. He looks up to see Supergirl quite literally punching her way into his reality until finally she breaks through. Superman catches her asking if she's all right. What happened? She looks at the scythe and asks him, "And what are you doing, space farming?" Superman tells her that someone has trapped them in their nightmares, and if they're here, that means that their friends and family are as well, and they need to find them. And then find Insomnia and put a stop to this. She rubs her head. I was also trapped inside of my nightmares, but it was too much. I started to punch my way out and I made it into yours. I just had to keep running. Superman asks her, "From what?" And she points over, telling him them. Out of the crack, the undead zombie versions of Supergirl come pouring out. Different versions, different time periods. Just remember, it's all a dream, Kara. But back out in the real world, Superman's body is washing up on a beach as a pair of voices begin to discuss how he isn't waking up. Another says that it's the same with everyone on the beach. What are these landlubbers up to? Stop using pirate talk, it's tacky. The real question is, why are we unaffected? We will uncover the truth, my love. I rule over 80% of this world. Who better than its king to save it? That's when we see Aquaman and the rest of his family unfazed by the nightmare blast. Now, Superman's is an interesting night terror because it's very much like Batman. It feels like it's one of the more important ones to the overall storyline because it's less about his nightmare and more about him being aware of what's going on and getting out. And since Aquaman's going to be looped into the Superman storyline, I feel like this one and Batman so far are the most important ones. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget, if you want to keep up with night terrors, like and subscribe to our channel. Go to your local comic book store to check it out. And we'll be right here. You can get early access by joining up with our YouTube memberships, which we're about to revamp and would love to have you a part of it. And on top of that, you can also join us over at the Patreon. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.